Can you answer the question?
Yes.
Okay, it was you telling Lyle what?
My dad had been molesting me.
And did you want something from your brother? Is that why you told him?
I wanted to stop.
Were you seeking help from your brother?
Yes.
I find that the jury is hopelessly deadlocked, and the court declares a mistrial.
Well, that was Eric Menendez testifying in his first trial for the brutal shotgun deaths of his parents. After 7 months of gruesome and heart-wrenching testimony, Lyle and Eric's trial ended with a hung jury. Hazel was on that jury and says deliberations were agonizing, and the jury was totally split between the men and the women, really.
Well, basically all the men wanted to vote for first-degree murder, and all the women wanted to vote for voluntary manslaughter, which is contrary to the common misperception that all the women fell in love with the brothers and wanted them to go free. Nobody wanted them to go free.
Really? Yeah, because that's what people were saying, you know? But you didn't know that when you're during the trial, that people saying, oh, all the women are in love with them.
I did not know that.
The attorney's in love with them.
Right. No, we didn't know that. But it's almost impossible to avoid all news of the trial in a trial that big. And so I did get the impression we were not sequestered, thank God.
Yeah.
And because it's almost impossible to avoid all news, we had gotten the impression that this was a big deal. We tried our very best to reach a verdict. It was devastating to not be able to agree on a verdict. People also thought we couldn't make up our minds, or we were confused about the evidence. We weren't confused, and we weren't unable to make up our minds. We were just unable to agree with each other.
Well, Catherine says the defense used psychological manipulation of the jurors by putting nice-looking, articulate, wealthy young men in sweaters crying on the stand.
Well, I remember Leslie Abramson speaking with me about it and describing her boys. And I had to stop and sort of back across the room. There is a lot of that goes on, whether it's successful or not, whether it works on the jury. The lawyers like to think.
Well, everybody cleans up their people. Right?
You hope they do. Oh, yeah. You're putting your church clothes on.
Yeah.
But beyond that, of course, you didn't hear in the trial the tapes that later were uncovered, revealing the fact that these guys had plotted and planned to put on this defense.
This kind of defense.
In the second case.
Yes, to look like this.
That's very, very deliberate.
Okay, so if you're on trial, those 12 jurors become the most important people of your life. Next, I get to ask the jurors from my beef trial. Thank God we didn't have to go to... we weren't going to jail, how they reached their decision. We'll be right back.